Hey Aries, it's Meg with Padmes, and I am doing your energy check for December and your love Sitch. So we're going to look at the lay of the land. We're going to first do an old wise tree spread, and then we're going to do your love situation, your energy around the situation, your person who you're thinking of, their energy around the situation, and what your energy is combined, what binds the two of you together, possible outcomes, and some angel advice. So let's get to it. I still don't feel like these are done shuffling for some reason. So this is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and we're calling in our angels and guides of the highest vibrations of love and light because I don't want to talk to anybody else. Okay, here we go. Aries, what is going on with you energetically for the month of December? Okay. So the first thing that I'm noticing is the heart of the situation. And the heart of the situation is talking about someone coming into control over all of their desires. It's almost like all of their heart's desires, they're gaining control over them. So here they are, all of these opportunities or all of these options, they're choosing one to focus on. I also feel like someone has, this is a funny way to say this, but it's like someone has dropped their mask with themselves. It's like they were trying to be one way, but they realized when they were just themselves, they actually were in more alignment with themselves. They were in their truth. They were in their personal power. So someone's coming to some kind of realization or reality about themselves that actually is really self-empowering. And I love that, Aries. And your card is here. Emperor is Aries. So there is fiery energy here. This is manifesting energy, manifesting all these options, but somehow combining them or focusing. Yeah, even the energy now, the next thing that I'm looking at is the present time energy. There's something that you've been keeping hidden, or there's something that you've just been keeping to yourself. And it has to do with pouring out certain cups and keeping others. So this definitely looks like there's some kind of, maybe even some kind of hidden breakup or hidden love that you're releasing, and all because you're wanting to accept a gift from the universe. This is the trajectory. So we're going to clarify all of this too. In the past, there's something that hasn't kind of come correct regarding emotions. In the past, someone has had some kind of falling out or some kind of, someone wasn't pursuing you or you weren't pursuing someone. And it's like just letting that love go somehow. And then being very open to accepting a new offer from the universe. So I like that. It's like when you were able to release this, the next one comes in, the next cup of love comes in, the next opportunity, the big picture, all these cups, Aries, the big picture is talking about some kind of reconciliation, reunion, celebration. And let's take a look at your high self. Your higher self has been really upset, and your higher self is talking about your personality self being really upset in your mind, in your head about something, grieving something, worrying about something. And it's some kind of commitment, some kind of passion, some kind of, I even want to say passion project, or some kind of coming together with a partnership. How's this going to work? What are we going to do? What are we going to do together? How are we going to bring it forward? It's like this constant talking in the mind. And this is all coming from a place of feeling like you're going through some initiation, going through some process of the wheel. Like, I got the short end of the stick. I'm on the bottom of the wheel right now, but it's flipping forward, and it's flipping forward and flipping up and around in your favor based on your decision making. I don't see the hanged man here, but that's what it feels like. It feels like You've learned a lesson. You've seen everything that you've needed to see. You've seen the big picture of something. And so you're making decisions differently than you were before. And that's what's bringing you up back into your wheel. So this cycle, you're like, I'm completing this cycle. I'm completing this lesson. This card really wants to come out, right? I don't even know where it's going, but it just wanted to come out. But here you have this victory card. You have the Chariot. So this is, okay, got it. It's very much coming out with the wheel. It's like you're figuring something out that blasts you forward into the future, that blasts you forward into your wheel upright, blasting you right out of that initiation and forward into your future. Something that you've been really worried about, some kind of decision that you've been having to make, you're releasing that. Oh, wow. And here is your advice. Your advice is unity. Your advice is make the decision. As soon as you make the decision, I even hear volatile decision. So as soon as you make the decision, though, that's when you combine all of these things or streamline. That's when your personal power comes forward. I want to say this too. Here is a King of Wands happening now and into your near future. This King of Wands is reversed. There are several layers here. On one hand, this is you unplugging from certain things, unplugging from certain passions. But then this is also when you make these decisions on what you're going to be focusing on and what you're not going to be focusing on, somebody's not going to be very happy about it. They're going to feel your cutting off of energy. If you're cutting ties or cutting cords, if they're at cords, they're going to feel it on the other end, and they're not going to like not getting your energy anymore. Okay. So this is in your release position. So here we have the Queen of Cups reversed. So anything that you haven't been trusting about your own intuition, any sadness and regret that you have been experiencing because of this decision, you're releasing it. You're releasing that along with this cup that wasn't working for you, and you're picking up something new. There's resistance to not being in your divine right alignment. There's resistance to not being in your divine perfect future. This is like your perfect blueprint of how you came in to be you. This is also your highest and your greatest potential. And you have resistance in not being in it. So that momentum is going forward in a fast and furious way with being completely aligned with what your potential is. Let's do a little clarifying here. Is that the one? This is the one. Okay. Let's clarify this for you, Aries. First of all, I want to clarify this reunion, this Three of Cups. After releasing all these other cups and streamlining cups and dumping cups out, your big picture is this Three of Cups. It's a celebration. And here's Judgment reversed. It's almost like celebrating. You know what this reminds me of? I do not see the Five of Cups here, but it's like the Five of Cups dumped over and the Two of Cups that the guy on the Five of Cups doesn't see because he's not. This is you having a lot of gratitude for the past. It's like I didn't really dump those over. I didn't really lose anything. I actually gained some kind of perspective from that. And that perspective card, that Hanged Man, is not here right now, but that's coming up a lot. And this is about the past. It's like these jewels that I didn't see before, I'm seeing now. I'm learning from my past, and I'm able to look forward into the future and make these decisions because I've lost in the past. I've lost resources in the past. I've been drained in the past. And I'm not going to let anyone drain me right now. I'm going to do what it takes to replenish my own resources. Nobody can take these resources from you. You have to use them to heal yourself. All right, I want to take a look at this Lover's card in your advice. This coming together, this unity card, this making a decision. It's like make the decision. Wow. And here's the Two again. We've got the Lovers, which is 6, but there are 2 people here. We've got the Two. It's like make a decision to drop it like it's hot. There's something that you need to drop. You've got the Two of Wands, choosing one thing over another. You've got all of these twos and all of these decisions. All right, let's look at this Two of Wands and this Nine of Swords. Like, what is going on over here that you have been contemplating so much? that's been taking up a lot of time and energy and effort. Here is a perspective card. This is looking at the big picture, needing the big picture before you jump in and make, ooh, I'm hearing an excuse. So before you make an excuse, yeah, if you jump in too fast, you'll make an excuse about why you made a decision. If you are really strong in what it is that you are making the decision about, there is no excuse and you don't owe anyone any explanation. Wow, that was a pretty strong feeling. Tell me about this choosing. And this choosing, again, it's like you wanted the full perspective. You didn't want your head to be in the sand. You didn't want to make a decision that was too fast without all of the information. I want to look at this Chariot and this Wheel of Fortune reversed. I mean, that is quite an initiation. But once you catapult yourself out of that, wow, yep, there's your star. Once you make the decision, you catapult out of this old stagnation into your highest and your greatest truth. That is fabulous. I love it. Let's take a look at this Emperor and the Seven of Cups reversed. The heart of the situation, Aries. This is like when you depend on yourself and you believe in yourself and your own decision about how you want to go forward. When you make the decision about your own direction, that's when everything starts falling into place and working for you. Yeah, here you are. When you're not making the decision, it's like time. It's time. This is also divine timing. It's time. It's time to make the decision. Here's the Hangman. That's totally what this heart of the situation has been about. As soon as you make the decision to streamline, you go right into your own personal power. There's been a lot of time with all of that Nine of Swords where you've just been sitting with it. And the time is now. The time is now. I want to look at this Knight of Cups reversed in the past, because you're talking about in the big picture, celebrating all of these things. I can hear that song. Oh, what is it? Raising a glass to the things I've lost on you or something like that. But it's really just like looking back and realizing you got gold from your past. You learned from it. Here's the Queen of Pentacles. Somebody wasn't able to trust themselves in order to move forward and pursue what they wanted to pursue. This could be you and your energy, but it could be somebody else that you were hoping would pursue you or pursue a situation. And there's something else here too. Somebody's coming in as a knight and somebody's coming in as a queen. They're definitely being in two different timelines on two different wavelengths. So these are two people that aren't agreeing and are not feeling the same, and they're thinking about things in a completely like they're not thinking the same at all, not on the same page. Let's take a look at this High Priestess and the Ace of Cups. I feel like also this is somebody releasing love or releasing this cup of love and not necessarily making it public, like cutting cords without telling somebody. It's almost like breaking up with someone without telling them you're breaking up with them. Cutting things loose, cutting cords, cutting things out that don't serve you. So interesting. And ultimately, that's what brings the alchemy. That is what brings the balance to the situation. That's what it is. This is a very strange combo. There isn't any balance here. Let's take a look at this Four of Cups reversed. This is like, okay, I'm on a new playing field. I'm on a clean slate. The board is clear. I'm acknowledging and accepting the gifts from the universe. The universe is offering you something and you haven't fully accepted it yet. It's like, I'm not totally, completely full circle. I've got some unfinished business. Tell me what that unfinished business is. Ooh, here's the Emperor, but reversed. So that Emperor hasn't fully streamlined those things. All of these options all of these things, that Emperor hasn't fully streamlined them or fully released the cup just yet. You haven't stepped into that personal power just yet. I feel like there's somebody else's energy in your space still. So the cords are still there, but you're right here. You're just about there, cutting things out that don't serve you, just letting things go that don't serve you. Drop it like it's hot. Yeah, there's like this dropping this energy. I want to ask about this resistance to being in your star. And you're like, I'm right there. I love that this page of Pentacles comes up because he's looking at the star. He's looking at the pentacle, but he's looking at what that means. And just from the very beginning aspect of it, the very beginning aspect of his highest and greatest potential, he's starting to plan. What do I have to do to plan? I have to release this energy that doesn't serve me so that I can like move out of the sludge into the clarity. Right. And I feel like the only resistance there, it's like, I'm nervous about this huge change. I'm nervous about this huge change of energy, but ultimately, the Tower card is always good. Ultimately, it's a storm. It clears out all of the old stuff and it cleans everything. So there's a fear of change, but it's actually going to bring such great clarity. It's that clarity after the storm. Also releasing this Queen of Cups, this sadness, this feeling of unworthiness. I can't trust my intuition. I'm even hearing nobody loves me. What's up? So this is releasing that. And this has to do, oh man, look at that. That's the Six of Cups. It's all of this old childhood programming. It's reversed. It's releasing all of those things. That's the 6 and this is the 7. So the heart of the situation is talking about you releasing all of those old programs and false beliefs that don't serve you, all of that energy, cutting all those cords. And that's when you step into your truth and you step into your power. Wow. Wasn't expecting all that, Aries, but let's check out your love sitch and see what's going on. I really feel good about that. That feels like such good energy for you this month. Not necessarily easy energy, but I also feel like it's been coming on. It's not a surprise. Okay, so the first thing that we have in your situation is the Temperance. Your Sagittarius energy, but also this is alchemy. This is something coming together. Something even that you wouldn't think would heal and come together. It's like an epiphany happens. This is also about listening to your angels and your guides. It's also about mediumship. And I feel like you're getting a lot of messages. Here's the Magician. So we've got in your love situation, 2 major arcana already. So here's somebody who is being a little shifty, or they're manifesting, but they're manifesting for their own purposes. And they're not having necessarily another person. They're not thinking of everyone's feelings. They're manifesting for themselves. But then here we have the 10 of Cups. Ultimately, I get it. They feel like what's right for me will end up being right for everyone else. So I'm going to do what's right for me and not ask anybody else. But ultimately, everybody's going to be happy if I'm happy. I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to alchemize all of this for my own reasoning and for my own happiness. But ultimately, they think it's the best for everyone. And they also think it's really healing. Any kind of betrayals that happened in the past or any kind of betrayals that you think that I'm inflicting on you, ultimately, you're going to be happy with this too. So, and maybe that's true and maybe it's not, but that's just kind of how it seems like this person is feeling. This is a situation. So somebody's made some moves with that in mind. And here are 2 10s. So they had to end something in order to start something new. They're trying to heal something that they totally ended it before. Aries, I feel like somebody ended something and now they're trying to heal it. They're trying to bring it back together, mostly because of them. They're missing you. They're realizing what they had. I'm also hearing somebody say shoreline. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but here's your energy around the situation. And this is like, you've almost like kind of talk about drop it like it's hot. You've almost, this might be the person that you're dumping out of that cup. This is like, you're not being defensive. You're not being defensive. You're not holding up this huge boundary. That doesn't mean you don't have boundaries. It just means you're not fighting someone. This is a Capricorn card. There's also Gemini here with that Magician, Sagittarius with Temperance, but here's it's work. You could be like diving into work so that you don't have to deal with the upset of this. This could also be, I'm not fighting with this person because they're addicted to things. They're controlling. They are not out for my highest and my greatest good. Clearly, they are working for themselves and not for the good of all, even though they think it's for the good of all. They're seeing it like through their own relativity. And again, you got the 7 of Wands earlier. I'm not fighting around. I'm not fighting for this. And then you've also got this 10 of Wands, which is I'm releasing any kind of responsibility around this that isn't mine. Like I'm not taking the blame from this person. I'm doing my own healing here. And I'm working hard at doing my own healing. I'm releasing all of this stuff. I'm no longer fighting or giving life to the situation. And I am doing my best to illuminate myself and heal myself. What does this person want to say to you? I feel like this person wants back in. I feel like this person believes that they are back in. Somebody has got an ego or just like this real feeling of, oh, I see. They're very possessive. So they're controlling and they're possessive and they have a real feeling that you are not together. So you are together even when you're like, not necessarily. What are they thinking? They're thinking that here's that Queen of Pentacles reversed. So that came up in your past in the last spread. If they're thinking that you are possibly weak and they can control you with their words, with communication, with the things that they say, possibly with passion, they're like, baby, let's start all over. Let's start all over, start fresh. What they're also saying though too is, let's not talk about the past. Let's not try to heal anything. Let's not talk about it at all. Let's just move forward into the future. Let's just trust the universe that we're supposed to be together. And they're also saying, on one hand, they're offering you something, but they're offering you something very small. They're saying, let's build, but they're only, it's like they've got sticks instead of bricks. So they have this big energy, this big manifesting energy, this big controlling energy. And then when they actually come forward, they offer you this little thing. And I feel like they feel like that's a big deal. Them even coming forward, I feel like they think that's a big deal. I'm hearing they feel like they can win you over. But the reason why they feel like they can win you over is because they feel like you're not as strong or smart as you are. They're just, they're minimizing your truth. They're minimizing you. They don't even realize they're doing it though. They don't even realize that them thinking of you in this like weaker place, they don't even realize that, first of all, they're way wrong. They're minimizing your strength and your will somehow. Let's take a look at the energy that the two of you share together. This is about going back and forth. So it's very possible in this relationship you've gone back and forth several times. And here's the sneaky monkey card. Lying, cheating, stealing. lies being told. I feel like this person could have like, I even want to say just like spun a lot of things. Like, yeah, that's what I feel like. Like they've spun a lot of things. Baby, you know, you're all I care about. You know, that doesn't mean that wasn't important to me. You're important to me. It's just this like, it's difficult to believe. I don't believe them. And both of you are feeling heartbreak and you're healing heartbreak over this. Even though this person is like lying, cheating, stealing, they don't like being without you. Wow. You could be married. This could be a relationship, a marriage. This could be a long-term relationship, doesn't have to be a marriage, but this is something that is celebrated. And this is the 1111 card. This can be that runner chaser dynamic, twin flame dynamic. Let's take a look at the possible outcome. So I want to say this too. There's a lot of attraction here to each other. A lot of attraction. And both of you feel it. So that's interesting too, especially with this twin flame thing coming up, this infinity, back and forth forever. That doesn't mean that in this lifetime, you have to choose that. If somebody is not matching you, or if they're behind you in their spiritual progression, it can be very difficult. That can be a very painful relationship. Let's take a look at possible outcome. Here's the victory card. Here's being in battle, coming out of battle and being victorious. This is, what do I want to do? I'm not making any decisions until I have enough information, and maybe I'm just going to incubate here. And this is also very possible that you've come out of battle victorious and you're like, yeah, this person might offer me this tiny little tidbit, and maybe I'm just not taking it. Maybe I'm just not taking this person up on their offer. And I'm working on releasing all of the past Six of Cups here. I'm working on releasing the past instead. And here's where the fight comes in. Here's where the controversy comes in. Somebody is trying to fight for you, especially because you're trying to not fight back. They're surprised. They're like, wait, what? What do you mean? You laid your sword down. What? Okay, I want to, where is that deck? No, there it is. We're going to look at energy you don't see coming, Aries. Ooh, wow. I'm going to take this top one, the gift. Energy that you don't see coming this month. There is a gift. There's a gift in this, is what I'm hearing. Much like the Three of Cups in the big picture that was in the last spread, there's a gift in this. High honor, concern, and adjudication. I feel like someone's going to be awarded something. So here's this high honor, here's a gift, there's concern, someone's going to be awarded something. And it's some kind of official thing. I don't necessarily feel like it's this little thing that someone's offering. This is something different. And I feel like the person that you're thinking of over here, they're shocked by you being awarded this thing, whatever this is. I don't know what it is. What is it? They're shocked by it. I feel like they're insulted by it somehow, but this is something that you don't see coming, some sort of gift. I also feel like this could be a gift that you are receiving from them, but the thing that's awarded to you, that's not this. So there's a layer here. So there's a gift, and then there's an award of some kind, an official thing. And yeah, what is the award? It's very possible that you might be receiving maintenance or alimony. If this is a divorce situation. And it very well might be a divorce situation. So if that is what resonates with you, take it as it resonates. Okay, what does this person want to say to you? That's what I want to ask. What is this tiny little gift that they're giving you, thinking that they're just going to win you right back? What does this person want to say to you that they can't somehow say, Aries? I am so attracted to you. I wonder if you are happy without me. Just being near you is intoxicating. Woo, they're gonna lay it on thick. I don't feel like that's untrue. I feel like that's true. Whoa. However, Aries, check out what you're in store for here. New love, a new love or recommitment to love is developing. I feel like there's a new love because in that last spread, you're taking an offer from the universe after you're dumping out that Ace of Cups. You're like, I'm just letting this go. It was with the High Priestess, and she isn't dramatic necessarily unless she's reversed, but she's not dramatically releasing something. It's almost like she's just letting it go and not even talking about it. But when you do that, new love comes in. Unavailable. This person is unavailable to give you all that you deserve, not the new love, the old love. And I think that the very fact that this person is coming in with their own best interests in mind, assuming that those are your best interests too, that's so very cocky decision. It's time to decide about this relationship. As soon as you decide about this relationship, you are standing in your own power. That's what it is. I want to take a look at your romance oracle. What do your romance angels want to tell you? Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. I feel like your angels are saying this person's going to come in super strong, hot and heavy. Unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. The unrequited part, just what that feels like to me more so is that back and forth dynamic, the runner chaser dynamic. I'm not ready. Now I'm ready. Now I'm not ready. Now I'm ready. It's like, it's that. It's not about the attraction and the chemistry. I feel like that's strong. I feel like it's more the going back and forth that is disenchanting. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. That new love is coming in. Yeah, and then I'm hearing someone say, I don't even want new love. I don't even care. Well, you might just be open. You don't have to choose that. You don't have to choose anything but you. Let's take a look at Moonology. See what's going on here. What do your angels and guides want to tell you? Aries, don't let pride get in your way. So that's Leo energy. You are good enough, Virgo energy. Yeah, I feel like this person's going to play on that with you, how you feel about yourself, because they're playing on weaknesses. And it's time to take action. New Moon in Aries. So making a decision and taking action That's a huge message for you this month, Aries. Let me know how that resonated. I'll be back in a couple of days with another energy check, and I'll talk to you soon.